Oh boy. I think this I think we could be nearing the end of days, honestly. For those of you who don't know, I'm surprised it hasn't actually been in the news more. I mean, it's been in the news a lot, but from Monday, the British government is making it illegal to be together in groups of more than 6. There are some very limited exemptions to this. Weddings and workplaces and a lot of commercial shit, as you'd expect. I think you can't gather more than 6 in pubs either, though, so it's not all commercial stuff is exempt. But this is just so fucking troubling. You can't gather in groups of more than 6 people. What the hell? I mean, I know that there was a point back in March, April, where the rule was you could only gather in no more than 2 people, and at the time that was shit. I thought that sucks. That's unfair. That's still tyrannical, but it was watered down slightly with the idea of this being a definite sunset clause, right? It was 3 or 6 weeks at most. It's just to flatten the curve because there was an exponential increase in cases. But this time there is no, they're saying that this could last until March next year, March 2021. So that's everyone's Christmas fucked, unless you don't have any friends or family at Christmas anyway, in which case your Christmas is always fucked. But if this goes on through Christmas, everyone's Christmas is going to be ruined. You can't, most people won't be able to see their grandparents on Christmas Day, their cousins, whatever. It's all fucked. But this basically means a ban on all parties, unless you have a very, very small party, which is, a lot of people don't even consider 6 people a party. And they're also considering taking it further and having a 10 p.m. curfew. What is going on? How can anyone think this is okay? What the fuck? 10 p.m. curfew, no more than 6 people, and they're going on about having these marshals. Going to be a bunch of fucking Karens running around with yellow vests on and noteboards, as they say. Oh, there's 7 people here, you're selfish, you're under arrest, I'm going to report you, whatever. And I know, obviously, I'm very much a follower of a non-aggression principle and stuff, but I mean that would challenge my principles a lot if someone comes banging on my door and says that. I mean, if they call the police, that's sort of being violent anyway. But anyway, I don't know, I'm going off on a tangent, and hopefully it would never come to that. But what the hell? I mean, how anyone can just think this is okay, this is normal, this is justified. 6 is so fucking arbitrary, and like I say, there's no way, they're not going to get rid of it, just like that fucking mask in shops thing. Luckily the mask in shops thing, most shops, or most chain shops, at least, they don't challenge you. You can just walk in, walk out. I went in a shop earlier actually, and I saw some other people in there without masks on, which I gave them a nice smile, because it's nice to still see a few smiles every now and then. Whatever happened to all that crap about, everyone, smile, be nice. You can't fucking smile if you got a muzzle on. Oh my god, man. I think one bit of hope for me is what I'm seeing is that I think a lot of people are saying this is just taking it too far. You're getting quite a lot of normie, sort of even quite mainstream people like Julia Hartley-Brewer. She's Nigel Farage. I know Nigel Farage is kind of against the lockdowns to a certain point and stuff anyway, but they are saying, I'm not gonna obey this stupid fucking rule, because it is a stupid fucking rule. But and like I was And I'm like, what I'm trying to say is, it's not just about that rule. It's, you know, the reasons behind it and stuff. And there are no health reasons. Certainly no health reasons that, you know, are strong enough to compromise freedom to such an extent. No gatherings of more than 6 people. What is this? Fucking Nazi Germany? Fucking North Korea? Fucking 1984? Remember in 1984? Yeah, you could only, like, you know, gatherings was one of the main things they were against. Are against, should I say? Fucking hell. But yeah, the one hope in this is that, yeah, a lot of people are quite against this now. If you go on Facebook, you'll see, like, you know, government Facebook page here, oh, from Monday, blah blah, and they still get mostly likes, but the angry reacts and laugh reacts are getting close. So yeah, I think certainly at this point a very large minority of people are really pissed off now. Don't want to quite say it's a majority. I think it could be a silent majority, because obviously you have virtue signaling, preference falsification. But yeah, this is critical. This is a really critical situation. If they could have this gathering restriction, this mass restriction, this curfew restriction, and indefinitely. I mean, the Tories, they got an 80-seat majority. They're not gonna even have to think about re-election until 2024. And you know, Labour's just so shit at the moment, so they're probably gonna keep a majority even after that, even with that dismal performance, unless people really fucking start going against them, and people really need to. I think that the Brexiter kind of lot, they all got kind of duped really with Boris. They all got taken for a fool, because Boris was like, you know, oh yeah, do or die Brexit, and people sort of perceived him as being on the you know, skeptic side of a culture war, I guess you could say. And I think that was like, he was like, oh, he said the N-word 10 years ago or whatever, and like, I mean, no, that's not good, obviously, but people kind of used it, you know, as a way to say, oh, look how triggered the libs are with Boris. But it turns out Boris is a fucking leftist. Look at him, he's a communist at this point. Like, what the hell is going on? They're banning gatherings of more than 6 people. They're seriously considering a fucking curfew. You can't go in a shop without loads of regulations. You can't open your business without 1 million fucking regulations. They're paying half people's wages because they don't want them to actually do anything. It is totalitarian. Where is the opposition? And this is the thing. People need to voice their opposition to this, because it's going to be too late soon. Because yeah, the one thing I've actually been quite concerned about lately, well, among many things, is the well, like the free speech aspect of it. Now, at the moment, I know YouTube and stuff and Facebook to an extent are being a bit shitty with the fake news and stuff for people who are against all these measures. But you know, largely, you know, people are able to speak out about it at this point. But you know, the UK and their Malicious Communications Act of 1988 and stuff, and how subjective and arbitrary it is. People aren't allowed to gather physically. You know, there's no right to free assembly at this point. You know, people can't communicate online through the ether, because they could censor that very quickly. You know, like, how the hell is there going to be any dissent? It is going to be full-on totalitarianism. This is serious. This is, like, do you understand how critical this is? Yeah, it's down to the people at this point. People have to voice their opposition. If there's a protest, you need to go to it at this point. The police can't arrest all of you, all of us. Yeah, look out for that. You need to speak to people in your life who are going along with this. Things are not okay. Things are not okay, and they're going to get worse. This is going to be hell on earth if you don't speak up. Guys, right? I am being so serious at the moment. I have been so troubled the past few days with this news. Like nothing ever before. Like, normally through the lockdown and stuff, I was pissed off, but I could, you know, distract myself from it. But this is critical. You really need to. It is your duty. If you want your children, or you want yourself in your future to live in any type of meaningful, human, free society, seriously, now is the time to act. You need to speak up. You need to practice peaceful dissent. Yeah, that's all I got to say, guys. But seriously, have a nice day. remain as free as humanly possible. Cheers.